Okay, hello, my beautiful Aries. How are you all? And welcome to your February 22nd through, I believe, the 28th reading. It is a very cold, wintry day. There is a snowstorm going on here in Vermont. And hey, I just want to shed some love and light to all those out in the cold right now without the electricity, without the running water, no matter where they are, whether it's Texas or reservation or anywhere. For those individuals who are really dealing with these cold winters we're having, days like this. So, blessed be. Let's guide and protect them on their journeys. And Aries, let's get right to it. For those of you who do not know me, of course, my name is Rachel Stebbins Navy, aka Villagio Strega, where you can follow me on Facebook if you'd like. Message me there. Tarot has been my hobby for over 30 years now. And I pick it up here and there as the need arises, I should say. And yeah, so if you'd like a more personal or in-depth reading, feel free to reach out to me there. And all my information should be either linked in the description below or the About section of my channel. So that said, Aries, let me back up here and see if I can get a good image for you all. You're starting out with your subject matter is here. Is a very Aries thing to do, but it's the Seven of Pentacles energy. So Seven of Pentacles is someone who does that daily grind, who shows up to work every day because they know they got to bring home the bacon, they got to bring home the money. They've got to plant the seeds that produce the corn, to harvest the crop, that whole energy of seeing the fruits of your labor. This isn't their life's ambition. It's not necessarily what they're passionate about, but it's reliable. It's steady. It could be that some of you Aries indeed are feeling a sense of like I either need to get that 9-to-5 job going again, because as many are aware, we're living in a almost a cultural experience right now, societal experience where many are on unemployment. So this is that Aries perhaps that is on unemployment, and they're looking for that 9-to-5, whatever it is, employment situation that they can depend on. They need a reliable source of income. That's what I'm picking up from this energy. If it's not, it is definitely you showing up to work, doing what you got to do. So let's see what the challenges are as the subject is crossed here. What challenges you're facing with this right off the rip? Well, you may not be having much fun. This is the Three of Cups energy. Three of Cups, of course, is that celebratory, that joy. These individuals are pledging. These women are pledging, whether it's to themselves or to some other situation. It could be you making a commitment to some sort of entrepreneurship, employment again, secret society, as it were. Sometimes this does indicate some third-party relationship stuff going on. But more along the lines of enjoying themselves, regardless, and really just making the time to celebrate the simple things in life, the joys in life. So if you're so hyper-focused, if you're so focused on making that money, earning that money, and feeling like you're not getting anywhere with things, Aries, this would be a good indication for that. With this kind of energy here. If again, you're that individual who's on the unemployment line, kind of looking, this is saying, okay, switch out your energy. Like attracts like in this sense. So try and have a more uplifting vibe to your energy here, and maybe things will kind of come through that way. So regardless, let's see what the goal is, and that'll probably give us a bigger picture. Headed out, old girl, huh? Okay. See you later. Have fun in the snow. The snow, for those of you who do not know, I have a Great Pyrenees, and her favorite is the winter season by far. And she loves to play in the snow. So, that said, what are the goals? What's the destiny here for my Aries for this week? Yeah, we're looking at definitely something new, some sort of entrepreneurship, some more creative, some sort of passion. Could be a new relationship, as it were, higher commitment going on here, but something new that they're really about. Now, could it be this situation? Yes, it could be like maybe you just want a change of employment as it is, Aries. Maybe you want something that fulfills you a little bit more, you're a little bit more passionate about, or maybe you just want to go out on your own. With that Ace of Wands energy there, that is the card of new entrepreneurship. It's kind of like a gift from the divine. And you see this castle in the background, Aries. That's signifying a sense of safety and security for you as well. You want a solid foundation in whatever it is. So let's find out what the distant past has been like. Looks like you had a little give and take on a situation. This is Six of Pentacles energy, so this is a situation where perhaps there was a financial exchange, perhaps there was some sort of act of generosity where one was able to give when the other did not have, and vice versa. This could be like a more community resource kind of energy about it all. But the most important thing, because you can see them with those scales there, is about keeping things in balance, Aries. You were trying to keep things in balance. You were trying to give and take with either time or finance and resources, as it were. Somebody was either doing that for you, or you yourself were kind of, okay, how do I give and what do I need in return kind of energy about it. Let's look at your recent past, as that is distant. All those pentacles there signify quite an abundance. I see a lot of gold out here, so there's definitely a sense of richness, some abundance, prosperity going on. This is past tense, so we'll get there. Let's see what's going on in the future here in just a moment. Recent past for Aries, please, from March 22nd through the 28th. There we go. Okay. You may have been dealing with the ideal lover, Aries. You may have been dealing with some sort of emotional situation. Perhaps this individual was very emotionally satisfying. Yeah, often this is an individual represented under the age of 35 years of age. They come with their cup somewhat full. They come with some experiential knowledge of life. They go with the flow of things. The horse is kind of 1 foot in that water there while it still remains on the land too. So this too is about some sort of sense of harmony, balance in a scenario. He's got that great big chalice lifted up. His horse is well adorned. So he comes with offering gifts. He comes with blessings and emotional satisfaction. But he may not stay too long. He may not be the forever kind of energy this night. He may be around a while to emotionally satisfy, but then he recognizes that he has lots to gain still. He has some emotional stuff he needs to gain still, or self-actualization, experiential knowledge he still wants to gain for himself. So he may not stick around for a very long time. But essentially, he is the ideal lover. He is a sweetheart, very genuine, very sincere kind of energy. Your near future, yeah, you get the Hermit card energy. So Aries, it might just be time to kind of go within. You may be dealing with a Virgo in this sense. But there's something that needs to be illuminated, and likely it's your own light, it's your own knowledge, it's your own inner wisdom. It's about connecting with the divine, having that time for introspection, having that time to kind of birth new ideas and really like be authentic and say to yourself, okay, who am I? What is it that I really want? I'm just checking out my birds here. In this energy, where is it I want to go? And it's really kind of like you both internalizing things and saying to the divine, you know, what is it? What is my path? What do I want to create for myself? This isn't necessarily manifesting as much as it is like having that moment of inward contemplation authenticity for yourself. It's a tendency to be very analytical. Virgo energy is I analyze. So you may be analyzing a situation both for yourself, and that in turn turns out to, okay, now how do you serve it to others? How does it relate to others? Aries. So let's see then which attitude about it all is for the remainder of the month here. You've got the Tower card energy. Yes, something's happened, and it's happened rapidly, Aries. This is the energy where, just when you think there's a secure foundation, just when you think something's been mastered, here it comes in again. The tower's no longer secure. It's burning to the grip. Pardon me. Your sense of stability has been knocked out. For you. You're not as, grounded as you were. Things aren't, there's an inevitable change is what's going on. So, and this happens very quickly. It happens very rapidly. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but it is also the chance, Aries, to kind of move things forward in a different direction, or a more secure direction, a more solid foundation, a new pathway perhaps, where you can feel a true sense of security, a true sense of mastery in it. It's about growth. At the end of the day, the Tower really is how either we ourselves grow or a situation grows, because we can't stay constant on the same thing forever. So sometimes we need a nudge or to make a decision, especially, if that decision is hard to make, the divine kind of steps in somehow, some way, and makes it for us. So, you ready? You want to come back in? Guess not. She's walking away. Okay. All right. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's see what the external influences are for your situation, Aries. For some of you here, Aries on the collective. What's going on externally for, you're walking away from something. It's not that you weren't emotionally satisfied, Aries. It's that you have this sense of wanting to expand. Now, your cups are all full here. They're lined along the path for you. There's a goal in mind, perhaps, and there's something that's kind of not being revealed. I've got moon energy here, so there's some sort of sense of intuition or some sort of secrecy involved, perhaps. Come here, grumpy girl. You want a treat? Give me just a moment. You want a treat? Come on. Come on. Some sort of, the door's open when you're ready, Snow. Some sort of something you want to put back in balance, but it's like it's relating. It's your external environment. Something's you've either walked away from or somebody's walked away from you, and you just want to be able to put things back in balance. You just want to be able to kind of have your own sense of self-expansion, self-fulfillment. Is it selfish? No, but it does indicate that you may be leaving something very hard to leave emotionally, because there was so much fulfillment there, in order to kind of find out a new secret for yourself, or something new for yourself, a new path for yourself. So that way there is that fulfillment there. Come on in if you want to come in, silly girl. I'm just going to show you guys quick. This is the beastie, all covered in her snow, huh? You want to say hi? Huh, big girl? Yeah, covered in snow. Head half in the doorway. Gonna let my heat out, Snowy. Come on. All right, let's check out. As Miss half in, half out makes up her mind. That a girl. Thank you. Hi, you want another treat, huh? Here you go, baby. Good job. Okay, let's see then what your inner emotions, what's going on with you, Aries, for March 22nd through the 28th, please. How are my Aries doing on the inside? What's their emotions in it all? Okay. Inner emotions of Aries, please, in the collective. Thank you. Ooh, got two. Oh, okay. There's a lot of grief and sorrow going on here, Aries. It's either you yourself or you're dealing with somebody who can be very cold, very sharp. This is the Queen of Swords is an energy where she herself has gone through a lot of trials and tribulations. She's got a lot of baggage that she tends to be a little bit bitter about. Yet she's mastered nonetheless. She is wearing a crown there. This is the sword of truth she's holding, of course. Or a sword in a sense of it's a very large one representing a lot of thoughts in her head, a lot of ideas perhaps, but mostly thoughts. She's a very good communicator. She's a very intellectual woman. Again, very cold demeanor though at times. She's not a total bitch. I mean, she can be nurturing, she can be compassionate, but she's no nonsense. She means business, and when she speaks, she articulates very well. She comes with a sense of authority to her, and you better make sure you're coming to her very clearly because she represents clarity as well. She also comes with her own kind of sense of intuition about things. We also have here, though, the Three of Swords energy. Now, Three of Swords, of course, is an energy of grief and sorrow. Often it's heartbreak. Often it's someone who's been in either a third-party relationship where, and we saw this too with the Three of Cups energy, third-party relationship where it wasn't healthy for them. They may have been the third party themselves, and it wasn't a healthy situation for them. So in actuality, this is perhaps that Aries that's moving on from them. They could be kind of caught up in the moment with this other feminine energy with things. But there needs to be clarity in something. Now, if it's not a relationship, Aries, it is speaking of what's kind of bringing you down mentally, what's kind of bringing you down, or dealing with mental health issues, perhaps, with this Three of Swords energy, and the need for clarity with this Queen of Swords. And it could have something also to do, of course it has something to do with your external influences, like just why it's hard to leave a situation, perhaps why this Tower moment is happening, perhaps why you need to go inward with the Hermit energy, along those lines. Like it may be a tough challenge for you, either in relation to others, or even within yourself, because this is the inner emotions after all. You're feeling really heartbroken about a situation. You're feeling really, I want to say desperate. There's maybe somebody feeling desperate about some sort of situation where maybe they didn't get all the answers they needed or wanted to hear, or something along those lines, or there's just a decision, an inner battle kind of going on. But that Divine's going to step in to help kind of clear things up too. So it's not all on them at this point. Overall energy, please, for Aries. Overall energy of Aries, please. Thank you. Yeah, beautiful. Overall, Aries, you got the Ten of Cups energy. So at the end of the day, as hard as things may be right now, especially during this upcoming week, when you're kind of needing to go inward a little bit more and really figure yourself out, or you hear something you don't really want to hear, at the end of the day, there is a silver lining to the dark cloud. There's this Ten of Cups energy. That is that wealth and abundance, that emotional fulfillment, headed your way that you didn't see. Remember I said there's kind of maybe a secret going on right here, because that moon energy right there, it's not something you saw on the surface of things. It takes a moment. It kind of needs room to grow and mature, or to develop, as it were, because it's coming after this Tower moment here. It's coming after when the Divine kind of steps in and says, okay, we're going to do it this way now. But it's a celebration. It's an abundance for not just you, but for all those you love, all your friends, all your family, everybody who's close to you in your environment, your village even. It's your shining moment. It's abundance, it's richness, it's nobility. It's a merriment that's had by all. So I'll pull a couple more here, Aries, just to see what else Spirit might want you to know. But that is the Celtic Cross reading for you on the collective. Well, that was fast. Got 5 of Pentacles. I had a feeling that one was going to show up. Yep. Okay, 2 more, please, for Aries for March 22nd to the 28th. There we go. 2 more. Beautiful. All right, yeah. 4 Wands, 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. 5s, you know, are going to be about change. 5 Pentacles over here. So this 5 of Pentacles, of course, is one that is represented and needs. They have this desire for. Not desire for, but they feel like they've been left out in the cold in a situation. They feel like they've been abandoned. Needless to say, they're very let down. There's clouds. When you see clouds in tarot cards sometimes too, that's their thoughts. But they can be fleeting thoughts. They're not going to last forever. No cloud does. So if these are the dark clouds kind of looming over your head, Aries, it's not going to stay that way. Now, the second part to this is while they may have a sense of rejection or that abandonment or perhaps some act where they felt like they were unheard or segregated from, there is someone there for them. They may not have gotten an answer they wanted per se, but they do have the opportunity to kind of change things around here and maybe focus more on what's present, what they do have in a kinship with another. Is one way to look at this. In other words, where they were rejected one place, they will be accepted in another. And they may have a little bit of work to do to create it, but they can really create their own from this situation. Now, this card tends to come a little bit duality. So while it may indicate that, it could also be that loneliness, that poor me's that some areas may be having could end sooner if they simply accepted the help and the door to walk through that's close at hand. Often this card is seen with an individual like out in the snow looking up like, oh God, why me? And whether they're alone or not, they're standing next to a church. They're standing next to a well-lit, very inviting sanctuary that, you know, would embrace them if they would simply knock on the door. So this is also speaking about kind of transferring or transmuting that energy of rejection, loss, and abandonment into one of embracing what one has and working with others to obtain safety and security, to obtain finance, all that stuff, and so they don't feel alone. Next, you have 4 of Wands energy. Now, this particular card has only 2 individuals. Sometimes you'll see it from 4, and sometimes the 4 of Wands is kind of relating to a Hindu wedding. So it's a time of celebration. Now, in this journey right here, whether it's the individual walking through the door or co-creating perhaps something with the help that is available to them, those that are standing by their side, either way, it's celebration and anticipation of change is what the 4 of Wands is saying. 4 of Wands is saying, okay, we may not have it all yet, but at least we have something and at least we have each other. And hey, that's something in and of itself to celebrate. In other words, you're not alone, Aries, is what this is indicating to me. Now, 5 of Swords energy is what is next. 5 of Swords is the energy of still wanting to fight a battle that's over. It's one you can't win. It's one everybody else has kind of walked away from. And it's the energy of, but I still got enough fight left in me, Aries. It's an energy of, recognizing, because there's this Five of Swords energy sometimes can be a little bit arrogant, can have a little bit more ego. So what it's asking of you is to recognize that what's done is done, the battle's over, and all you can do is pick up what remains and move forward. You can see how there's both a black there's a kind of a black wrapping, and that individual is kind of like hunched over, like, why me? What's going on again? Black, of course, is that dark mystery, that vagueness, that dark night of the soul energy, as it were, especially when it relates to this card's energy. And it is telling you to refocus mentally, to kind of, in order to move forward, you have to kind of like regain your bearings again. You don't need to continue to fight on a situation, and simply pick up the pieces and go home. You're safe to go home still. So Aries, I hope you enjoyed. Hey guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment below. I will do my best to get back to you within 48 hours or so here. And I wish you all the best. Blessed be.